Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Booked. That's the first thing I've said today, so my voice feels very funny. It's Sunday the 2nd of August, and I've no plans today, which is lovely. So I've made myself some plans, and those plans are to finish off 4 books. I'm near the end of 4 separate books, and I'd like to finish those off today, so that tomorrow, the first week of August, I can go into some new reading and enjoy that. All of these books I'm enjoying. I would just like to finish those off today. So the first one is a book that I have in print. It's called Exciting Times by Nisha Dolan. Very much enjoying this. It's about a young girl, Ava, who moves to New York to teach English as a foreign language. When she gets there, she gets into a relationship, or a semi-relationship, with a guy called Julian. And Julian works as a banker, and on one of his trips somewhere, she meets a girl called Edith, who she falls in love with. And now Edith and Julian are both back in Hong Kong. What will happen there? Oh, I really like this. First of all, it's written by an Irish author, and I love books written by Irish authors and Irish people and Irish settings. But I really, really love the sort of examination of turn of phrase and accent, and the proper way to say something. Not only is she going into detail about that because she's an English teacher, but also because she's an Irish person trying to teach English and things like that. It's just, I really love the sort of examination of language. So very much enjoying that, and we'll finish that. In fact, I'll probably finish that over breakfast. Then I've got 3 books on my Libby app from the library. So this is I don't know if you can see that. You can. This is an app where I download books from the library. The first one is the audiobook of The Underground Railroad, which I'm 46% through, which I'm quite enjoying, by Colson Whitehead. So I have, hold on, 5 hours and 46 minutes left of that. Then I'm 86% through a book called It's Not All Downhill From Here by Terry McMillan, which I'm quite enjoying. This is the front cover. It's a sort of women's contemporary fiction about a group of older women and their lives towards, in the winter of your life, let's say, which I'm also enjoying. And as I said, I'm 86% through that, so not much longer. These have all got like less than 10 days on, which is why I want to get them finished. And then the last book I'm reading is a book called I Will Not Be Erased by Gautam, which is a collection of essays or short stories. This is the front cover. And essays or short stories from the girls who run the podcast Gautam, which is a podcast which talks about coming of age for women and non-binary people of colour. And I love that podcast. And when I saw that there was a book associated with it, I was like, yes, lovely. And I'm 51% through that. So yeah, so those are the 4 books that I would like to finish today. As I said, no plans, but would quite like to make a cake. Got to go to my parents' garden to water it. They're away at the moment, and we're watering their garden. And would like a bath maybe in the evening. So aside from that, the plan is to just read. So I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to go and see David. I haven't even seen him yet. I think he's in the lounge playing PlayStation. And yeah, I'm going to crack on with some reading. Oh, but it is nice in bed.
Hello.
Are you listening to A Winter's Ball?
No.
The Schuyler Sisters.
Schuyler defeated. But Hamilton, yes.
Morning.
Morning.
Finished. Just finished Exciting Times by Nisha Dolan. Really thought it was great. There's not much more to add in terms of why I enjoyed it, based on what I said earlier. Still haven't shook this morning throat off. Really like the sort of investigating the turn of phrase and things like that. Lots about language in there. Quite liked Ava's character, and yeah, I thought it ended well. I enjoyed it. 4 stars. David, I've just seen you put the pillow up there to stop Minnie getting behind on the... Oh, he's got his headphones in, he can't hear me. I said I've seen you put the pillow up there to stop Minnie getting behind the thing.
But then she went in the one below.
Oh, so Minnie's been going on the bookshelf, going here where this pillow is, and then running amok behind. So David's put that pillow there, but she's actually started going on the one below. Cheeky girl. So yeah, I've had breakfast. I had a bowl of cereal, bowl of granola, and I think I'm going to get ready for the day and then finish another one of these books. This is it happening live. She's just gone on the lower one, hasn't she? We need another pillow to put it on the lower one. Look at her, she looks like Scar. Minnie, what you doing? Here she comes. Hello, pretty. There she goes. Boop. So David's just gone for a walk before we go and walk round to my mum and dad's house to water the plants. 2 walks in one day for David. So I've got a few jobs before I get changed out of my lovely pyjamas and get ready for the day. One of which is change the sheets. So I'm going to do that whilst listening to the Underground Railroad on my tablet, and I also want to put a load of washing on and have a little tidy up in the kitchen as well. So that's like 20 minutes worth of just listening to an audiobook, and I've got 46 minutes left. I mean, maybe I'll just do some chores until I'm over 50%. Got 5 hours 46 left, so yeah, I'd like to finish this today if possible. And I am listening to it on 1.25 as well, so yeah. And I'm going to bake a cake this afternoon, and do that while I'm doing and listen to this. So let's crack on and let's change the sheets. A bit sad to see these sheets go, actually. Look, they're really nice. They're Marks and Spencer's, like, summery ones. So I want to get them washed and get them straight back on as quickly as possible. And in the meantime, put on a sort of florally pattern from IKEA. Anyway, crack on, Lauren. Play.
Below decks. Behind the next window, Miss Lucy cut open Cora's stomach with a letter opener.
Chores done. Hair done. T-shirt on. Glass of fizzy passion fruit water. Nice. And I'm gonna sit and see if I can finish, although I can hear the washing's about to finish. It's not all downhill from now. I've got 12% left of it from here. Sorry, it's not all downhill from here. This is what it looks like. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can sit and finish that before David gets back from his walk. Ooh. To be careful. I remember once I was walking back from the library to go to my mum and dad's, and it was when this was all wet, and I went like, you know when you get woo, one of those.
Yeah.
So David and I are just walking to my mum and dad's to do the watering. You've been a very good boy doing their watering every day, haven't you? Where are you? There you are.
Good. Like a young Alan Titchmarsh.
Yes. David's also been for a nice walk. How was your walk?
It was nice. I've just hit 10k.
Well done. Yeah, and that's it. I've got my Kindle thing with me. Call it a Kindle, but I mean a tablet. So I might do a little bit of reading at my mum and dad's once I've done the front bit, because I'll do the front bit today, David. Did I go yesterday?
Yes.
So I don't need to do any deadheading. Oh,
no,
I might need to do a bit
yesterday.
of deadheading. That's my role, the deadheading role. So yeah, so we're on our way around there to do some bits, some watering. I'll show you their garden actually, because it's very nice, isn't it?
Nice.
Done a good job with it. Well done, Mark. So part of my job is deadheading. I've been told it's very important.
Live heading.
David just said live heading because on the occasion I have chopped off the odd live one. Not those two though, they're definitely dead. Sometimes I don't know if that's like dead or on its way. So I hope that's dead because that's going off as well. Look, all of these, are they dead or on their way? I think they're dead. So sorry, Dad, if they're not. Like these, I think they're dead. These at the beginning of the week were tiny little plants. Now look at the size of them. Courgettes, please. Maybe we might get a courgette before they come back. I don't know. Some more flowers over here. These are going to be French beans, which are my favourite, but these are a bit too small at the moment. There's one there. It's a whole little cluster. Going to be. Got this for my dad for his birthday. I also got him this over here. This, me and Charlotte got him that together. That's what he wanted. He was very pleased with it. He's got really into his garden this year, and it is very nice. This is the called this the Esplanade Foyer. It's nice to sit there in the shade. That's where I'll sit and do some read if I get a chance. And then just this little bed here, big bumblebee. There's lots of bees loving the garden, which is really lovely. And then here's the tomato plant, and hopefully, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe the next day, I can have that. Although a lot of his tomatoes are brown at the top. You can see brown. I think they'll still be edible inside, but yeah, I've got my eye on this one. Or did you just say, David, about that bumblebee?
Like Minnie.
Why do you think he looks like Minnie?
I don't know why, they just remind me of Minnie. Big and silly.
Cute. Considering how sweaty it's been today, look, my eyeliner's staying on quite good. Well done, NYX, I think it is, that I got it from. Anyway, that's not what I've come on here. I've come on here to tell you I've just finished another book. I finished It's Not All Downhill From Here by Terry McMillan. Here's the front cover. Also, I didn't realise, but when you see this, you can see how long you've been reading this for. And I'd read it for 9 hours and 14 minutes. It was quite a lot of time spent on it. It was bigger than I realised. It's a women's contemporary fiction about a 69-year-old black woman called Loretta, she it's just been her birthday, and no, it's just coming up to her birthday in the book, and her partner dies on her birthday. And it makes her sort of reassess a lot of her life things. She's got this group of women who are friends of hers, all of which have sort of like separate storylines. I was really into it. It's like women's contemporary fiction. It's a lot. It's women's contemporary fiction from a genre, from a voice that you don't often hear of. I think not just in women's contemporary fiction. I feel like I mean in a lot of fiction, like a 69-year-old woman who's just lost her partner, but yeah, there was lots of like side stories and like things like that. Really enjoyed it, thought it was good fun. Gave it 3 stars, so that is now being returned. And yeah, I'm gonna crack on with the Gauden book. I've just put the washing out. David's gone to get some stuff for lunch, even though I mean it's past lunchtime now. It's 2:30. It's gone 2:30. He's gone to get some stuff to put in a sandwich, and then we'll have that, and then hopefully I'll finish, and then I need to start making that cake, but I don't end up making it. No, I should really. I think I will buy. It's lunchtime. My cousin Laura's husband Tom made this bread. It's amazing. I've got mozzarella, tomato and basil with a bit of pesto. And we're about to watch some Suits. Now I'm getting deja vu when saying this, but we started watching Suits yesterday. I feel like I might have said this before, I don't know. But I wanted to get into a series of something, and aforementioned my cousin Laura and her husband Tom, they've just rewatched the whole of Suits. 9 series. We've never watched it. We watched the first episode last night. I quite liked it. David was less keen, but actually by the end of it he was like, well, I didn't hate it. So it was a long first episode, 1 hour and 21 minutes, but the second episode is 40 minutes. So we're going to watch that now while we eat this, and then I'm going to get on with that cake, I think. What's wrong?
My sandwich is massive.
His sandwich is massive. He's very excited. Right, so that's what we're going to do now. Let's crack on with some Suits. Got to find it on here, though. Where is it? Oh, it's not on our continue watching. Oh, yes, it is. Anyway, crack on with it, Lauren. I've decided against making the cake because it was 6:15 by the time I got around to it, and I was just like, no, it's too late to start making a cake now. So I will make all the stuff last apart from one orange, so I will make a cake another time. But yeah, so this afternoon after we've watched a bit of Suits, got washing in, listened to some Hamilton. Something that I've discussed on my Instagram this weekend was that potentially doing a Couch to 5K. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that earlier this year I completed the Couch to 5K program, which is where you just go from running nothing to being able to run for 30 minutes or for 5K after the end of a 9-week program. It took me slightly longer because I didn't manage to get all the runs in all the time, but regardless of that, I completed it. And I've done no exercise, not one. Well, I went for a walk once, but no exercise since then. So I said to a few people, how would people feel about maybe redoing, me redoing Couch to 5K, and people like joining in online. So that has been decided that that's what's going to happen. So I've been thinking about playlists and things like that and been doing a bit of planning. So not much reading's been done. I thought I would use this as an opportunity. It's a plug, guys, it's a plug. If you are unaware, I have a Patreon account, and over on Patreon it's like a website where you can virtually tip some of your favourite creators. Some of you probably are my Patreons. Those are the kisses for you. There are 3 tiers to my Patreon. There's the $1 tier where you get access to a Instagram account whereby I post bits on there that don't go on my normal things. It's quite chatty over there because there's less of you. It's quite nice to have like chats. I often ask like what people are reading that weekend, what they're doing, etc, etc. So that's tier 1, that's $1. Tier 2 is the $5 tier, and that's the book club tier, and this is why I thought I'd plug this now. We're in a position where which we haven't been in during Patreon book club, in that we know what the next 2 months worth of reads are going to be. So at the end of August, it's always the last Sunday of the month. I mean, do you need to know what date it is? But yeah, I suppose I may as well tell you now we're here. The 30th of August, we will be discussing Silver Sparrow by T.R.E. Jones, which I'm very, very, very much looking forward to reading. I loved American Marriage, and this sounds very similar of a storyline to the book that we read the month before, which was Clap When You Land. So it's about a set of sisters that don't know, they don't know that the other family exists, and they live in separate parts, and there's a father who's been living like a double life. So I feel very excited about that. So that's the August read, but we also know that we're going to be reading The Bass Rock by Evie Wilde in September, the last Sunday in September. So if either of you, I hope there's more than 2 of you watching, if either of these books tickle your fancy and you think, oh yeah, I'd quite like to be involved in the book club for that, then I'll link my Patreon. My Patreon is always linked down below if you feel like joining. It's $5 a month. For the book club, or there is a $10 tier, which is the one above, where you can email me and ask for personal book recommendations as well. But yeah, the $5 tier is the book club tier. I'd love to have you. I'd love to have you there. It's capped, so I think there's like 20 slots free at the moment, but I cap it so that it doesn't get too mad, because when we're having an Insta, we chat about it over, we do a YouTube live at the end of each month. So yeah, so if that's something you think you might fancy, then please do pop along and do that, because it's lovely to have your support and all of that stuff. So yeah, thank you, and thank you to anyone who is a Patreon of mine. You the best. What's up? What's the deal for the rest of the evening, David?
I don't know. What do you? Well,
we've got ultimate vegan burgers for dinner, and they really are ultimate vegan burgers. They're lovely. It's a Gusto recipe. I don't know what the actual burgers are because they come in a Gusto box, but I think they're like some sort of Beyond Burger. And then you also have that with balsamic onions, vegan cheese, and like a little potato rosti. I know. So that's the plan. We've already watched one. Suits, but I wouldn't mind watching another, or do you want to watch something else?
No, I can watch another one.
Maybe watch another Suits, and I think that might be it. So yeah, I think if I'm going to go and do dinner now, I'll listen to a little bit more. I don't think I'm going to finish. I'm a bit concerned about it actually, because I don't think I'm going to finish the Underground Railroad, and it's only got 4 days left, and I'm only just over halfway through on my thing. So yeah, I need to go and listen to a bit of it now. Maybe I'll speed it up to 1.5, but it really, like, I don't feel like I'm going to get the best out of it if it's sped up to 1.5. So yeah, I'll do what I can in the next 4 days, but I'm at work as well. and I can't hook this up to my, so normally on my way home from work I would listen to audiobooks, but I can't hook this up to my car because I haven't got the lead that does it, whereas I have for my phone. Maybe I can listen to it on my phone, who knows. But yeah, I'm going to do my best. But I've got 30% left of the I Will Not Be Erased by Gaudium, which I'll probably finish tonight. So yeah, let's go and do a bit of dinner, shall we? So this is the dinner for tonight. Ultimate vegan stat burger, yum time. And here we go, with the old audiobook.
Who tried to outrun the new...
So, I'm in the bathroom now. And it's the last reading part of the day. I think it's about 8:45. Let's have a look. It's 8:55. And I'm just going to put this over here. As I don't really like taking this into the bath with me because I've got slippery hands, I've decided to start a new book. Now, I haven't set a TBR for this month, which is really unusual for me. I always set TBRs for the month, but I haven't this month, for no other reason other than I just haven't. I thought it would be nice to browse, but I've just stood in front of the shelves like, not sure what to do. Now I know that there is Women in Translation going on this month, so I've picked up a book which is translated. It is a woman's book, a female author, translated by a female, I think. See if it is. Yeah, written originally in French. This is Disoriental by Negar Javadi, and it's set partly in Iran and partly in France, and it's about fleeing Iran at the age of 10 to join her father in France, and sort of the differences between that, I believe. Europa book, very into Europa books. Looking forward to starting it. So I'm gonna run a bath now, a cool bath, taking my trousers off as I speak to you. Gonna run a bath now and yeah, finish that. So thanks for joining me on this sort of semi-Sunday vlog. Pants coming off as well. Semi-Sunday vlog. I hope you had a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all again soon for another Bridget video.